Oh, hey, you guys. This is going to be a short and sweet one. How you doing, Just Be Jazzy? Good to see you, sweetie. Child, the streets is on fire, honey. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Same to you. Hi, Michael. Hey, Black Rain. This is going to be short. Y'all get to see me do a little laundry and talk a little stuff. I'll probably change the title, but I do mean that. I'm going to go grab my phone. Y'all can call in, or I can just drop things in the chat. But, oh, God, I'm sorry. Child, these lashes, honey, these lashes. I got so much to talk about. So much to talk about and not a whole lot of time. I was just at a pop-in show. Hey, DOD. Hey, TCB. You TCHBCU. You know what I'm saying, girl. How you doing, boo? Hey. Right now, I was actually watching this show. You guys have probably heard of it. Hey, Rudam. I was watching this guy. He's got a show. I think it's called Themis and Thoth. It's lit over there right now. And that's not really what brought me up here. I have so much to talk about. I feel like I'm gonna do laundry while I talk to y'all, but it's just, and I was about to do something else. Lord, I'm tired. Y'all, I've been driving back and forth in and out of town, and so I'm a little off with everything, but I'm trying to. Give me a second. Let me get something. Okay, because I know I'm all over the place. Hey, I'm Mary. Hey, J Speed. Yeah, I was supposed to go get my phone. But y'all, if y'all want me to drop the link, I'm gonna drop the link. I actually, because I think most of the people that watch me are like-minded. Not all of you, but most of you are. I actually want people to call that number. I'm going to go get my phone, or just ask for the link and I'll drop it. And I want specifically men, because it's to the point where I'm just, I consider myself a very reasonable person, but I'm just not getting it. I'm just not understanding. I've asked other men, like I've listened to some of you guys' live streams, and not y'all in here, but some of the talking points of the men in the space, and I've asked them their opinions, and they're just like, first of all, they're flabbergasted, and they just can't believe it, and they just don't understand it, and I don't understand it either. So we're going to talk about a few things. But over there on Themis and Thoth, first of all, he had special guests, but Sinji was over there. But it wasn't about her. She was just sitting on the panel. But a man jumped up there in the argument. I think the topic was, does a Black woman's education not mean anything? And y'all know I'm big on education. I'm very big on education. I went from minimum wage, which I think at the time was either $6 or $7 an hour, to making several times that. And I only did it with an education. And not only that, my self-worth, my value as a productive person really went up. It upped my stock. And that's, like I said, that's not being braggadocious. That's just what I found in my own life to be true. Y'all, because y'all like to be talking about me. I don't know if I'm going to show you too much of my kitchen. I'm in here cleaning. But yeah, but this guy hopped up there and said that basically Black women's education doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's nothing to brag or boast about. And this is the thing. I agree. I don't think anybody, man or woman, should be bragging or boasting about necessarily their education. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being proud of your accomplishments. And I just feel like, y'all, I feel like it's to the point where the Black woman can't win. And I've said this a million times because I've been here a long time. And I've seen it all and heard it all. So what you're saying is, okay, the Black woman's education doesn't matter. So you want your woman to be ignorant, or you just want her to be humble. But could you imagine, y'all, just what if Black women just stopped going to school, stopped going to college, stopped furthering themselves academically? Then what would it be? it would be, oh, well, the black woman is the worst, the least uneducated. She's the most ignorant heifer out here. Why should we listen to her? She's lazy. She won't even go back to school and get an education. I'm telling you, I've been here long enough to see this shit flip. Oh, they're doing the worst in the schools. It's really at the point where nothing we say, um, nothing we say is granted any type of consideration. And it can be pure common sense, but it's just because we say it's not granted any type of consideration. And I don't hear these talking points when it comes to other races of women. I don't hear them complaining about a white woman or Asian or Latino woman education. They only complain about ours. And I'm just not understanding it. I'm not getting it, y'all. I'm not getting it. So he hopped up there and he basically said, yeah, there's no need for you sisters to go get an education. And it's not just him. I've heard other men say this, what are you bringing to the table? And it's always this, what are you bringing to the table? Other than coochie and other than your education. Well, your education helps put food on the table. And your education puts you takes you to a place to where, for me, I leveled up in all areas of my life. And I'm not just talking about education out in the world. I'm talking about self-education. It opened my eyes to a lot of things. So, and it's to the point where everything's so topsy-turvy, y'all. I saw somebody show, I don't know who it was, but somebody did a show, saying, oh, single mother brings 3 kids to the table. What else do you bring besides 3 kids to the table? And it's to the point where we're talking about children like they're baggage, but just like some kind of commodity. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Well, let me tell you, the same way men bring certain things to the table in a family household, right, is the same thing that women bring. See, I know single fathers. I know a couple of them. And they're missing women. They want a woman to help them, not just with their kids, but with their household, because women bring a certain energy to the table that you might not see physically. It's the same thing with a man. They bring a certain facet to a relationship, to a household that's very important, right? That's why we keep on hearing the statistic, single mothers, if a child is brought with no father, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick of that too. I'm sick of Negroes coming up here bragging about how they got 2 parents. I'm glad you got 2 parents. Now let's go further. Were they good parents? Were they good parents? Or was your household dysfunctional? Because there's a lot of people growing up like that too, but we don't ever talk about it. We just act like, oh, you grew up with 2 parents. That means that your head is on straight. Please. The kids from freaking the Columbine shooting, they had 2 parents in the household. I knew a kid back in high school. Shit, his dad was a pastor and he was the worst. He was the absolute worst, y'all. I got to get myself together. But he was the absolute worst. But, people are running around here like that's some badge of honor. Welcome, y'all. I mean, that's good, but we shouldn't be belittling people who didn't have that. Because I'm going to tell you, my mom did the best she could. My father passed away. My stepfather and I didn't get along. Then she eventually divorced him. One of my stepfathers, because my mother was married several times, was abusive. So she did the right thing. But I think we turned out pretty goddamn good. I got to say. I gotta say, I think we turned out pretty good. One's an engineer. My brother's an engineer. I'm not an engineer, but I do all right. So, it's like it's the end all be all of it's either one way or the other, y'all. That's when I'm stumbling over my words, but it's either one way or the other. Y'all, let me see what I can do. If I can get this thing together here. I feel real awkward. So it's either one way or the other. Let me look and see you guys. I said hello to Black Rain, DOD, TCB, TCHBCU Queen, Michael, Rude, Jay, OG, and Mary. Welcome. You had a great show today. J Speed, I came through. Rude, I came through the other night. TCB, I gotta drop in and see you. I've been seeing you in chats, but I haven't really seen your channel. I need to, after this live, I'm gonna click on you and check you out, because you're always supporting the beautiful ones. Hey, sweetheart. And Emmanuel Briggs, one of my day ones. Good to see you, sweetie. All right, so yeah, that whole live. Hey, Linda Anderson. Let's see. In this generation, single mothers are the worst stewards of children's actions speak. Okay. Hey, watermelon sugar. This is the thing. I feel like oh, hey, Misha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Y'all forgive me. I be scrolling through so fast. So let me talk about something else, then I'm going to get back to the single mother thing. Because this is the thing. They might be the worst at everything. But guess what? At this rate, this is all a lot of these kids got. And God forbid what would happen if they didn't have that. I told you guys a million times, I volunteered at the school for years. I've always volunteered at community centers. I have friends that do the same thing. I'm knee deep in it, knee deep around children. I love children. And I'm not talking to you, Linda, I'm just talking in general. And this is why I see a lot of people, when they talk about this, what they do is they pick at everything wrong. The single mothers aren't doing this right. They're not doing that right. So, okay, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to help the situation? What are you going to do? This space is so full of complainers, and I'm going to be honest, whiners, freaking just a whole bunch of bitching, and not enough action. What are you going to do about it? Man, you say your women are masculine. First of all, it's to the point, y'all, where I can't even take it seriously. I just can't. I can't take it seriously anymore. And most of the time I just back away from it, because it's the same old stuff that we've been hearing for a while. I feel like certain topics now have gotten fire. So it's like we're hearing these certain topics over and over and over lately. But I just kind of disconnect and let the newer people handle it. Let them handle it, because a lot of the stuff it's ridiculousness when you break it down logically. I want to say that women are emotional, but I'm very logical also. When you break it down logically, a lot of it just doesn't make sense. I literally saw, are we arguing the point that it takes a man and a woman to come together and create a baby? And when you ask the question, who's responsible? People want to say the woman, when literally you need both to make a baby. It's bad out here, y'all. It's bad. Hey, let me say hey, y'all. Hey, Shantae, good to see you. Yes, let's see. Let's see what Miss Linda says. She says, I was a school bus driver from 2010 until 2018. I've seen it progress down, unfortunately. Yes. No, I understand. People don't parent the way they used to. I'll say that. Of course, you have good parents and you have bad, even in the generations before. That's why a lot of us a lot of the old, I consider myself older, us women in our 40s and 50s, some of us did our children a disservice. But then, it's my thing is complaining has never helped anything. What are we going to do about it, y'all? Men and women, what are we going to do? I've heard people come up here and talk about, our boys can't read. And they're up here blaming women to why their boys can't read. Well, let me just let you know this. My son can read very well. My son, Mahogany Root's son, could read very well. And my friend's son could read very well. And the place where I reside in, and I give a little time and a little tutoring, my kids that are with me can read very well. They're improving. So what you going to do? What y'all going to do? Another thing, because I'm just going down the list, I really should have wrote this down. Another thing that I would love for you men to explain to me. Here, I'm going to drop the link, and I only want men, and I never do this. I actually usually open it up to women. But I only want men to call in tonight because I'm ready for the smoke, honey. I'm ready for the smoke. And a lot of times when I'm on panels, I'm quiet because I'm trying to be respectful to whoever the channel holder is. But I want to have a conversation. I need for y'all to help me understand why whenever y'all are asked the question about what y'all can do, it's literally every time it turns back to what Black women are doing wrong. This is new. This is very new. So when I was growing up, men didn't do that. Men did not, first of all, they didn't complain too much. Not sure how healthy that was, right? But they damn sure enough did not compare themselves to women. They just didn't do it. Now, I understand we're in different times and men, are speaking out. They felt like they never could speak out before. But it's always been said that men were kind of creatures of action. Action. So I'm asking you men, where's the action? Let me go get the phone. Hey, Juju. Hey, Kelly Ray. It's good to see y'all. Let me scroll up because I missed y'all. Hold on. Let me read y'all. She says it makes sense. Okay, let's see. You cannot break some of this idiotic thought pattern down. Not really. Hey, Kelly Ray, how you doing, sweetheart? It says Mahogany. It says, I think most typically try and do our best. It could go either way, wealthy partner. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a creature of repetition. I do not like to say, I don't like to repeat myself, and I don't like to spin my wheels, honey. I want to delve into something, and then I want to move on. Because right now we're stuck. We're stuck on, talking about single mothers every day and what they're not doing right. We're stuck on talking about masculinity, Black women being masculine. And I was going to upload, I don't know if you guys heard about TD Jakes. I did do some research into that, and that was clipped. But TD Jakes called, he did a sermon. It's not the first time he's done it, but he was basically saying that Black women, they're successful in the workforce, but they're horrible. They're not doing a good job being wives. They're not being a good job being partners. Y'all know I try to be very balanced. And I understand, the thing is, I understand some of the stuff that the men say. But there's a way you say it, and then you've got to be balanced with it. He did, see, this is the part they didn't clip. I'm going to try and find that part for you guys. But what he did go further on to say was that he understands why this is. They've had to play a man role. They haven't had necessarily men in the home, and so they've had to step up. And basically what he was trying to say is they've lost some of that, the femininity, pretty much. Now, I hate talking about femininity, but I'm going to do it just one last time since I'm bringing it up. Oh, thank you. Hey, your boy. Give me a second. I'm going to get to it. Angel, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, brother. Okay, So, you want femininity? Here it is. Here's the answer. Do what you can so the woman can feel, so she can feel comfortable enough to let go and let her guard down. Because that's ultimately what I'm hearing the men complaining about, is that the women are they're just not allowing men, which I don't see how you can allow somebody to lead you somewhere. But that's the complaint. You can't expect, we've talked about this, y'all. If I work and you work, I'm tired, you tired. You can't just say, oh, you go cook because you're the woman. That's not how it works. It's not going to work that way. If it does, it'll be only for a little while. You have to do what's reasonable and rational for you. So what makes sense is whoever gets home cooks first, or maybe whoever the night before put something on the crock pot. Right? We're not living in the freaking 1950s. We're not, y'all. You gotta make your family work for you. It's not cookie cutter. There's no right answer. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you. Y'all, it's storming, so if my computer shuts down, just forgive me. Oh, I love you too, boo. Take care of yourself. I hope you're over there doing good. They blame falsely behind the computers. Yeah, and social media is bad for that, because it's, hey, underrated, it's great to see you. Number one grinder. It's good to see you, brother. But social media is really bad, and I think I'm gonna just go ahead and drop the link. So you brothers, really, I want brothers in opposition to come up here, but if y'all can help me understand it, honey, help me understand it. It says, what did Colin show? I just decided to do it. I've actually done it a couple times, and I think maybe I had one person call in, and then we couldn't hear them anyway. It's not my personal phone, y'all, but it is my phone. It's my business phone, so I will get it. Let's see what Celine says. Celine says, I listen to independent fundamental Baptist preaching and their ideas. If you're not Victorian acting as a woman, you're not feminine. They don't even like women working even a small job. Well, this is it, plain and simple. You can't make everybody happy, and you'll drive yourself as a woman. You will drive yourself crazy trying to make everybody happy. I've said it a million times that femininity is something I really believe that is exuded from within. My head could be shaved bald, y'all. My head could be shaved bald, and I would still be is the same mahogany roots that you see here today. I guarantee it. I'm in pants, whether I'm in pants. Right now I'm in workout clothes, whether I'm in pants or a dress, I'm still the same mahogany. Because it's something within me. It's how I carry myself. And I don't know why people don't understand that. Thank you guys for coming through. Hey, Tell Me, it's good to see you. Let me scroll. Let me see. I can't read everything. Oh, Nate. I ain't seen you in a long time. It says, good to see you, brother. Now you better go hide now. We gotta. I'm just joking. I always pick at him, y'all, because we're so different. We're so different. That brother is very, very, what do you call it? Conservative. And I'm actually down the middle, y'all. I'm pretty down the middle. So let me see what you guys are saying, and then I'm going to go grab a few cotton points. Oh, you're calling the number? Okay, hold on. Child, I need to F that, y'all. I don't feel like looking for it. And I'm afraid my freaking computer's gonna cut off because it's thundering out here. So y'all just go ahead and hit that link. And listen, I'm not gonna be fighting with nobody. Not tonight. I'm tired. I'm not gonna be fighting with nobody about nothing. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I am gonna tell you my opinion and stand firm on it. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. I will and stand firm on it. Feel like it's a little bit better over here, y'all. But yeah, hit the link. So what else? What else was said over there? This is the thing. I really don't hear Black women running around throwing their education up in men's faces. I really don't. I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I think a lot of that is insecurity on that person, because I don't know any woman that runs around saying, well, I have a message. It might come up in conversation. You know what I'm saying? It might come up in conversation, but I don't see people just throwing that out there. Did I not drop the link, y'all? Oh, hey, Grandma. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm not seeing people. I need that fried chicken. Hey, pretty black magic. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see y'all. How y'all doing? I saw your post, sweetie. Sorry about your family member. 12 Bills. It's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. Give me 1 second. I see you back there. You need 70 or more people in the chat room. I've had a couple call in chaos. Stop trying to read me. I've had a couple. Okay, y'all, let's get to the questions. Let's see. Hello, Angel. How you doing?
Hey, can you hear me just fine, Mahogany?
I can hear you. How have you been?
I've just been busy with not only my health but my job and all that. I won't go into detail there too much, but it's just at the beginning. My work put me on I guess you can say, well, 1 week suspension, but it didn't make me lose my job or anything. But also, in addition to that, earlier in the month, I struggled with my health a bit there. There were days I couldn't sleep. There were days that I could, and there were some nights when I couldn't barely eat little to nothing at all.
Oh my God. Do you want to go in detail to what happened? Or, well, I'm glad you're doing better, first of all. Let me just say that. And I'm glad you decided to hop up here. Before you leave, I think I've plugged you before, but we'll definitely plug your channel. But did you want to say something else about it? Like, what happened? Do you want to get into that or you don't want to get into that?
I mean, if you want me to, I'd be more happy. But if you really want to understand things, sure. About my health or my job.
Well, I don't want to get into your personal business about your job, but about your health, like what you've been going through. What happened?
During the week that I had off, I was a bit nervous that I might lose my job, but thankfully I didn't. Following schedule that they put out, and there were like some days I ate barely to nothing at all, and a couple weekends ago, there I overdid it on my sleep because I was trying to catch up because of the nights I had missed the a couple days beforehand, and
Uh-huh.
so about like the last week, I had several days that I had couldn't get any sleep, and my body was like feeling a bit awkward in regards to my health. And even I drank like say, 5 to 7 24-ounce water bottle full of like water from my sink in my house here, and it was all
Mhm.
in like a 5 to 10 minute ratio. I know that's a lot to drink in just that short period of time, but at the same time, I was kind of nervous. I was a little bit dehydrated too.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better. You're always welcome over here. I guess I need to come and pay you a visit. I do see you from time to time in the clouds, but you guys, I have not been bouncing around the way I normally do. So I know TC knows who you are. I know 12 Veils knows who you are. But for the people who don't know, this is one of my favorite people. Do you want to tell them about your channel, about who you are, or would you like me to give you a little?
Yeah, could you give them like a synopsis of what I'm like, of who I am and all that? Because I
Sure.
don't think they really know for who I am personally. And I know you dealt with people like myself over the years, and you know what we're like. So tell them.
I love Angel. So Angel is an adult living with autism, or he's on the autistic spectrum. He's very highly functioning. He lives on his own. He works on his own, honey. He gets transported on his own. He's very self sufficient. He's very smart, very funny, and he has his own channel. And I like it when he comes over. I've dropped his channel before in the past, but we can go ahead and do that again today before he leaves. But he'll come in and pop up on me from time to time, and I want you guys to pop in on him and show him some love. He's very supportive, and he shares a lot of his experiences, good and bad, with his autism. And I'm just happy to have you over here supporting me. You're always welcome over here. That's really all I got, boo. And then I'm gonna go to TC. Okay, but
But what I was going to say in regards to what you were talking about there, I'm the same way. I mean, I'm not looking for no woman to do all the work, or she's like wanting me to do it there, or vice versa, if you know what I mean. Just whoever gets home first, like you say, to cook dinner, or whoever is voluntarily to take care of the, like, let's say, the dinner one night, and maybe the popcorn and soda the next, if you know what I mean, and just split the bills amongst each other if we're both working, if you know what I'm talking about there, Mahogany. And I
yes,
think a lot of people don't understand things because they're thinking that, oh, women are more superior or men are more superior, in the same way how they think autistic people are superior because they think we try to use our disabilities as our advantage and that kind of stuff. When we don't do that kind of stuff, we just let people know what we're like, because if people understood things more from the common sensality of a bunch of things and all that, there wouldn't be no type of problem. And I've had several people say that I hide behind my disabilities, which ultimately, to be quite honest, is offensive, but I find it hilarious because they don't really know what a person like myself or people you have worked with the disabilities and all that are really like. Do they know me from the personality aspect outside of YouTube? No, they don't. Do they know everything that I went through to get to where I am? I tell it numerous times, but they don't seem to get a grasp of what I struggled with to get to where I am at today. And it's just a lot of people lack common sense when they say people with autism have no common sense because our brains work differently than another person's. I mean, that's kind of, I don't want to say too much longer, but you know where I'm coming from, Mahogany. If you know everything what I'm saying in regards to what you're talking about today, it's the same way what people say about people with autism and disabilities.
I want well put, Angel. You brought up some good points. For one thing, I bet you a lot of people didn't even know. I've talked about this with friends, but a lot of people don't even know that they have that there are some autistic people that date and have relationships. I've met one. I've actually met one that was in the military. But a lot of people, you know what, Angel, you just have to, especially on social media, it's a lot of
Yeah,
ignorance. It's a lot
yeah,
of ignorance. You just can't let it get to you. So,
you
but
know, but it's kind of hard to when it's like so personal from what I feel, if you know what I mean.
I do. I want to say one more thing, then I'm gonna get to TC. I'm gonna drop you down and I'm gonna get to TC. But I am glad you came. You brought up some great points. Can somebody, Angel, when you get down because you have a wrench, make sure you drop your link in the chat a couple
I
times. So
will.
thank
And
you.
I love brother Nate and his channel too.
Oh, you've watched Nate's channel, so he does know you.
Well, I rarely comment because at times maybe am scared, but I love Nate and what he does. I watch his channel, but I've also don't have never commented that often. But Nate is an awesome guy. I love his channel, man, and I love him.
Oh, well, that's nice. I'm sure he appreciates that. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. That's really all I got, Angel. But don't let these people get to you. You are strong. I appreciate your strength. And, I was concerned for you, but then as I started to watch you handle these people, you do a great job. You're actually better at it than me because I get mad and I get loud and I get angry, but you stay cool and calm.
Well,
Okay.
I may call them out at times, but I wouldn't cause no threats or anything. It's
Right.
just to expose what they either A accused me of, B of what they call me of, or B or C what they want to try to perpetuate me as when I'm not.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, I would
Okay.
Hello, my
never cause
brothers.
any harm to no one
How are you
or
doing?
anything like that. Hey, Lester.
Go ahead, Angel. I'm gonna let you finish up, boo. Go ahead, and then I'm gonna get to TC. But go ahead.
But yeah, I would never cause no harm to no one.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. Thank you so much, Angel. Y'all
I
hit up
love
his.
you, Mahogany.
I adore you. I love you too. Thank you for supporting me.
Have a great night, everyone. And TC, hey to you, Queen.
Good night. Good
Hey,
night.
Bye,
Angel.
everyone.
Good night, sweetie. I'm gonna drop you down. Okay. Um. Now, TC, give me 1 second. Who? Lester Brown. I've never met you before.
If you're a cannibal, I heard blacks taste like barbecue. Somebody chop these niggas up for one of these motherfucking ancient Mayan barbecues. Send these fucking niggas' heads down the motherfucking.
Jesus. Go ahead, TC. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. How
I'm
you doing,
sorry.
Mahogany?
I'm doing good. I was trying to kick his dumb ass down. I'm sorry before, but I'm fumbling with the. Hey, DC, go ahead,
Yeah.
baby.
Say,
Oh,
hey, DC, the Purple Diva. We're gonna, you know what, Mahogany? I know you said that you wanted just men coming up. Here's the thing. Okay, so we're gonna break the rules, okay? Because that's what people who are educated do. We break the rules and we make new ones because we can and we will and we are. Okay, here's what I wanted to do because I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna go backwards. Then I'm gonna start forward, then go backwards in reference to HBCU. Some people flip it up a little bit. Historically black colleges and universities. There are 105 of them in the United States of America. Historically black colleges and universities in various, starting from Pennsylvania all the way over to Texas, so forth and so on. We have, and they're over 100 years old. Okay, these are colleges and universities that have been in existence for well over almost 200 years. Okay. In Pennsylvania, we have Cheney University that started in 1837, which is very interesting because I'm getting to a point. 1837, and then of course Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, 1854. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if we're looking at dates, 1865 was when quote unquote we were emancipated. Is that not correct? Right. So if we had about 10 HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities, that were doing what? That were giving and making sure that people were ordained with credentials with four-year degrees, starting from 1837 to 1865. Somebody lied to us because we had absolutely we were reading, we were doing a doggone thing. There were a lot of us that were doing a doggone thing. There were a lot of free black people. There were a lot of black people who were getting educated, black women and black men. Okay. So let's not trip over education, except if you're not used to it. Now,
right.
all right. Now, there are some ones of us who are. We're not, yeah, we are not estranged to the whole historically black colleges and universities and some other schools as well. And if we look at William, well, I guess you could say Mr. The William Still, the gentleman who wrote everybody's name when Harriet Tubman came over from Maryland into Pennsylvania. He was the one that wrote everybody's name. He chronicled everybody's name. He chronicled free slaves' names in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know how to read and write? That's what I don't understand. Okay, black men and women were reading and writing. We had all kinds of things going on. So let me say this. We know that we have issues like every other people do. This YouTube thing is a microcosm, and I do mean a microcosm of some things and some awesome things that are going on. Now, I don't know about what you all do in this sector, but I've been in around these sectors and in these parts. You understand what I'm saying? And let me just say this. Just recently, we've had several content creators, thank goodness for them. We had this Luther Vandross Scholarship Foundation giving out $5,000 to young people who need to go to college. All right. And we pushed and promoted. Thank goodness, Watermelon Sugar. You have DC Purple Diva who pushed and promoted these, and there were several others who pushed and promoted getting these young people to apply for these scholarships to go to college. We can sit on here and talk about all the bad things and all the things that haven't happened, that don't happen, and blame somebody if we want to, but that's not going to get us anywhere at all. Where the people who I'm used to dealing with in Mahogany, you seem to be that kind of person, and there's some others that are in here that do. We are proactive. We are about it. We don't talk about it. We be about it.
Yeah, I hate all that. I hate it.
That's all they're doing is chatter. And let me tell you, after I graduated from North Carolina A&T, I had an opportunity to meet some of the most dynamic black men, because I'm from Brooklyn, okay? I'm from Brooklyn, New York, all right? So let me tell you about what we about in New York, okay? This little itch nigga talking, blaming, crying, being a boohoo. So didn't do this for me. We didn't do it. Mahogany, you're right. The brothers that I know, they don't blame. We just say, listen, they say, yo, TC, what can we do? And I say, okay, you know what? Here's the thing. This is what we have to do. These are some things. Somebody came to me today, my barber, and said, look, I got my barbershop. I want to do a health fair for the brothers and the people in the community. TC, how can you help me? No problem. I sat down with him, wrote him a little executive summary. We went over it, so forth and so on. Because you do need to know how to read, write, and do some arithmetic around here. Okay, that's so. Just let's not get it twisted. But this is the bottom line. We are here to help each other. And if people are gonna get on here and continue to bash and berate black women for getting an education, here's what I say: I have freckles on my behind, okay? And they can take a glance of it where the sun don't shine. We are not about that life. The brothers that I know are not about that life. These cuckoo banana tick bombs need a couch, and they need to stop blaming. We not blaming. What we're doing is this is a human dynamic, a human disaster that's been going on, and we're learning as we proceed in the present. Stop with the BS. And like you said, the one parent, the two parent. Hey, people can have 5 and 6 parents if they want. That doesn't mean that the kid is going to be any better than somebody that had that was adopted or that was in foster care. It's right. You understand? We need to stop with all that BS. We need to stop it, and we know better. Go ahead, Margaret.
Yeah, it's just, first of all, thank you for your comments. I appreciate you. It's just, what I don't like is just holding it over people's head like you're better just because of that fact. When we know that there's lots of people, and I've talked about this a million times, that are in dysfunctional relationships. TC, you did not know this, but while you were talking, that troll was back there. He made 2 accounts. I'm not going to do this while you're up here, but these people are going to learn today. I guess because I put the word black man in the title, he felt the need to hop up here. And you know what's sad? It could be anybody. It could be just I'm not going to go there right now, but I wish I was looking, girl. I was looking for the damn button to boot his ass off when I saw y'all know I'm half blind, but I saw the damn Ku Klux Klan thing. But there's actually a dude that has that in his avatar. So I was like, is that him? That's why I asked. That's why I skipped over you and asked him, like, who are you? These damn fools. Always. And my thing is, why, and I just want to address it. Why are y'all in these spaces? Why are you in these spaces listening to Negroes? Why are you here if you're so much better? Shut the. Oh Jesus! Don't even get me
And,
started.
and let me say this. I see a brother, Real Deal Financial. Let me tell you something. That
Hey,
brother,
okay.
that brother right there, and he and Nate, I must say, those two brothers got it going on. And they do some things and they talk about how you can become financially free, how you can we call it 50 fabulous and fit and financially free. And the bottom line is that I love Real Deal Financial, young brother who's doing something, and talking about wealth building at a whole nother level. Not this, what's your FICA score and all of that. Well, that's elementary. We don't want that. This brother is talking some things. So Mahogany, you had a couple on some months ago. That couple was awesome.
Yeah,
Black men, and if I'm not mistaken, they were from the southern part of New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so. I didn't actually know them. They were sent to me by another YouTuber. Shout out to Aunt T. He knew them, and the brother wanted a channel to come to, so he sent them over to me, and I was privileged. They're very nice people.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank goodness for Auntie for sending him. Kudos to Auntie for that, because let me tell you something. That couple right there, coupled with brothers and sisters like you, sisters like Real Deal and some other people, and even Angel, he's doing the doggone thing, doing his thing. We have some awesome folks. We get together and turn this thing around and say, listen, this is your thing right here. Okay, this is your thing. And then respect each other for our thing. And come together and help one another. We can do it, but here's what I'm not gonna do. And Mahogany, then I'll go from there.
Okay.
I don't come around in these parts to be talked about and be called a bee, a hawk. That is not mine. That is not, I don't address people like that on my regular everyday. Okay. I am in with a pillar of snakes every single day. Not real snakes, but having to fight for us. I don't come in here having to fight us for me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
We're horrible.
So I am not whoever I mod for, whoever I'm in the chat with. I will never be around a bunch of near-do-well infidels that are going to talk about each other in such a way that it is totally disgusting. When you see that guy that just came up, whoever he was, we still have some things that we must declare and decree. So I'm telling everybody, stop with this gender war, stop with the BS. And anyone who knows me knows that my wife, okay, and I make it, my wife and we do a plethora of things in our community. And I don't give a damn if you like my lifestyle or not, or what you think about it, because I didn't ask you. I don't really care. This is my decision. I make my decision for me. I didn't ask anybody for anything. And the bottom line is, when I went to college, I got my daggone scholarships. I had so many scholarships. My scholarships superseded and then some. And this is what I went back and started doing for other young people, other Black men. My father's a graduate of Morehouse. He has a scholarship for Morehouse men to go to college. We just sent the money out for 5 Black men to go to Morehouse come the end of August. So there are a bunch of people. Mahogany, I know you do your thing. Real Deal, he does his thing. We have a lot of people that are giving and doing things and have scholarships and doing and we don't need to talk about it, because God know what we doing.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Okay.
And,
right. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I was going to say the reason why some people think that we're not doing anything is because they don't. I've talked about this before. They don't really look for the resources. They're out there in your own. Every neighborhood, every community has community centers and volunteer programs, but it's not going to come knocking at your door. You got to look for it. You got to go to them. Like I went to them saying, "Hey, I have this to offer. Can I? I want to do this." It's not going to come knocking at your door. So anyway, go ahead, and then I'm going to get your.
Okay, and exactly, it doesn't come knocking at your door. It's not, it doesn't, you have to go out there. And sometimes, you know what? Even in these YouTube streets, he'll probably be back. Even in
Oh,
these YouTube streets, I'm looking and I'm finding people, and I see Real Deal. I see DC. I saw you. I said Mahogany. Okay, Mahogany's cool. She got it going on. Watermelon Sugar. There's a whole bunch. Nate, Water Snipe. I see certain people, and I'm like, those are the kind of people that I want to, because they know some things. And when I ask those individuals to do some things for me, to help me to push and promote, let's get some money to these young people, they said, TC, let's do it. You understand? Many a times that I wanted to come to you, Mahogany, and say, hey, I have a show. I think we have an idea here. There's Sheila, Sheila E. I have a show. You all, and I feel like I could come to you, and you all will probably say, oh, okay, like, what is it? Blah, 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 blah. And because that's what I'm on here for. Positive. Let's get the information, and let's have access to resources for our folks. And for anybody, I'm going to be honest with you, for anyone who needs the information, I'm here for it. Not just for Black people. If I see somebody from Ukraine, if I see somebody from Mississippi, from Ecuador, and they ask me, and we have like minds, my heart is going to go out, because my people have the light, and they shine, and that's what we are. You understand what I'm saying? We shine to the east. Okay. We shine our light to the east. For those who understand the word and the code, and understand this, young people here. When I went to Egypt with Dr. Ben, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. James Smalls, Dr. Marimba Ani, William Mackey, Dr. Naeem Akbar, back in 1993. I was 23 then. That was the most incredible trip, outside of my family and my mom and all that. It was incredible to be with elders that were amazing. Dr. Ben and I fought the whole way over to Egypt because we had a difference in certain things. And he told the people, he said, listen, let this young sister voice her opinion. I like it. Because he was like, look, I like the fact that she's gonna spar with me, because that's giving him a little energy, and I'm getting from my elders. I was never disrespectful. I wouldn't call him an old geezer, nothing like that. Like these disrespectful infidel Negroes that are on here that got something to say out their mouth. Mm-hmm. I would never say that to my elder. However, I said what I had to say. He said what he had to say. He was a Capricorn. I am a Capricorn. I get it. Okay. But the bottom line is that was incredible, Mahogany, to be with those types of elders at a very young age, and the stuff that they taught, the stuff that they brought to the game. You know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Francis, all of them. They said, listen, leave the religion out the way and deal with people and deal with people's heart. So I'm gonna say this in closing. As far as Black women in education, Black women, whoever that nincompoop was, do not listen to him. Black women, continue to go get an education. Sometimes you need an education for certain. Sometimes you're gonna need, in the near future, you will need an education just to work at McDonald's in some circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And to own some franchises. How about that? So we don't just go to them. We don't just work for them. We're going to be owning and operating a variety of different people, places, and things as time goes on. And I'm just going to say thank you, Mahogany. I know that you have some people that you want to get up there. I appreciate you allowing me to get up here because I am TC HBCU Queen. All right. I graduated from North Carolina A&T, the G-HO. All right. And I know some of y'all don't know what the G-HO is. It means the greatest homecoming on earth. I just saw some of my brothers from A&T just Tuesday, and we can't wait to see each other for homecoming. Black people been having homecomings forever and a day, getting together forever and a day, doing the doggone thing forever and a day. And we did this whole YouTube thing. These little don't get it twisted. We doing some things. We have some things to do, but we've been doing some things. And I want to say thank you for allowing me to say what I need to say.
No problem. Actually, stay up. Just I'm gonna let Real Deal talk. I'm gonna say a few things. You can end it with me, or stay up. I want to ask you just a question or two. But Real Deal, did you want to say something? She gave you a shout out, brother. And y'all go ahead.
Well,
You go ahead and talk. I'm gonna be listening.
well, I have the hedge fund buyers list that's in the back chat. So, TC, if you didn't get that, you say North Carolina, they're buying all over the South. And I'm giving that to people just so people have a reference because these people are institutional investors. It's like a list of 7. Plus, I got other brothers that are focused on Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida. So TC has always been a supporter. She always came first in line to always give me some good information every time we had a chance to talk. Um, like the value from grants, the scholarships, to grant writing, cohesive business plans and strategies, underwriting. We've literally talked about everything when it came to finance, business, real estate, you know, and just life in general. So my channel is never about dating. I think that's became poison because anytime when you talk about dating, first 5 minutes, even other dudes will start arguing with each other, and it just became just a big garbage ball of just complaining, no solutions, or extreme solutions, or extreme positions that they may fancy as a solution. Um, inflation is like at all-time highs. They say 9%, it's really 17%. But let these Negroes tell it. Dating is the biggest thing we got to worry about. That and child support, which I don't even have no kids, so I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen you like in other spaces, but I really don't know your content, so I will check you out. Thank you for coming over. I've heard good things. Your name has rang in these spaces. I think I've seen you on Regis. Like I've seen you around for sure. I think I even remember you back in O'Shea Du Jackson days. Were you around back then?
Yes.
So I've seen you before. You've got a really good reputation. So I definitely will be checking you out. Don't be a stranger. Did you want to say anything else? Because I'm going to say a few things and then I'm probably going to end it. But I wanted to thank all of you guys for coming.
I didn't came in super late. My bad. I
No,
got all comfortable.
you didn't come in late. I not too long ago started this live. I mean, it's been going an hour. Most people go way longer than that. I just hop up here on the whim when I feel like it. Go ahead, brother.
But TC, that's the hedge fund buyers list. Please email me. If you have emailed me, please email me again.
Got you. Yes.
All right, y'all. Well,
and you know what, Mahogany? This is a young brother. I'm 52. He's way younger than I am. Let me tell you something. I love him dearly. I love his spirit. He's strong. He's talking about being and helping other people become, providing for themselves, the opportunities that are at a whole nother level. Now, see, he said hedge funds, and my Capricorn went ding, 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 because that I'm about that right there, Real Deal. You again, you know how we get down. I tell you, if I was into men, Real Deal would be my boo. And it would be
that is funny. That is funny. The hedge fund people, they have the meeting every Wednesday.
Yes.
So whoever that emails me, creditbuilder475@gmail.com, I can give you guys a Zoom link. Because that's important. If these motherfuckers take over and people say, well, I don't know, 10 years later, well, I can't buy shit. Well, I try to tell you. I try to tell you that in your area.
Right.
I wish that I could. I was trying to copy and paste it and put it in the thing, but I think I might promote it. I'm gonna check it out myself, and then I'll share it in my community tab. Real Deal.
Yeah, and don't mind the fee that they have. I already paid for the fee. I have a partnership with them, so I can give you guys the link. Really, only thing they care about is you guys working with realtors, getting properties under contract, sitting into the hedge fund, and get a spread in the middle. So that's literally what I do. So I'm a California realtor. So I just gotten connected with people that do nationwide stuff, and California market is extremely competitive, tough, and I'm just trying to help, man, because at the end of the day, man, shit is looking rough.
Woo,
I will. Thank you for your email. I got it. Are you guys ready? Because I'm gonna give my closing statements. But TC, before I let you guys go, I wanted to say something to you too. I got to talk about this. I'm glad you brought up the faith and the religion and too, because I normally, a few times I've talked about my faith and my belief, but I try to avoid. I'm not gonna lie, I do try to avoid certain subjects because I do think that as Black folks, we have so many different beliefs and we come from so many different experiences. I think sometimes that can hold us back from really seeing the commonalities that we have. So I try to avoid those. Like, I just want to say this to you, because I know this space can be rough. Let me tell you something. I did a video one time. I've talked about this on a few channels, just basically showing support for someone that was in a relationship, in a female relationship, and I lost subscribers. And I continued to talk about it. I continued to say what I felt, which was that we got a lot of work to do. But my main point is, TC, is that just like I told Angel, these people, there's something else going on to where all they got to do is pin the focus on something that small. We have a lot of other things to worry about. You saw that redneck come up here. We've got a lot of bigger battles, a lot of bigger fish to fry besides the infighting. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
No, I just wanted to tell it to you, because I know how this space can be. It's been rough on me too, honey. So I understand. I've been called masculine. I've been called all kinds of things just because I speak my mind. So you really do get it from both sides when you're kind of trying to walk the middle road. It's like, but you're just trying to walk the middle road. I think that's really all I got, and I think I'm gonna end the show. Did you want to say something, Boo?
I was just gonna say that it was interesting. I was in a chat once, and the gentleman said, because he saw my picture, because I believe we should cam up. I do believe we should have our pictures. For some odd reason, when men and women have pictures of cartoon characters and Marvel characters as their avatar, I kind of go, what's the psychology behind this, person?
I do too.
If you're a Ninja Turtle and you're 50 something years old and that's your avatar, I have a problem. But anyway,
I do too.
But this person has a particular, he has a little bunny, and the bottom line was, he says to me, I don't like women with a short crop, because at the time, I think if you see in the chat what my picture is, and I says, okay, great. I don't want you to want me anyway. Are you kidding me? You see, we have to be grounded in our ish. You understand what I'm saying? So I am not here to
dudes be weird
to get any acceptance from any of certain people. Just like I love vegans and vegetarians. You know why? Because I love meat. You see that? You see how that works? It's balance. So for those of you who are vegetarians and vegans, I love you. And if I ever saw you, I would make sure that you had everything that you needed. And when I put on that T-bone steak or that New York strip steak on my plate, I don't want you saying Nathan, okay? Because you see, and that's how I look at it. I am not here. There's certain people who I am here for, and they know what I look like, and I'm here for my queen. She loves the way that I look, and when she don't like the way that I look, I change that look. And when she likes my gray skunk hair, then I keep my gray skunk hair, and I stop trying to color my hair. Okay, That's what she says, that's what she gets. Okay. I'm not
Right.
none of these other people. And I tell everybody else, find somebody that you all can be together and like each other, and trade off on what you like about each other, what you don't, and what you'll do for each other, and things of that nature. Because I'm not people in this chat's woman. I have mine. I'm somebody's person already. And folks
Right.
gotta understand that. They
Yeah,
gotta say, instead of saying, Mahogany, you act to this, you act. If your man wants, if that's what your man want, or real deal, if that's what your woman want, and for you to be mom-managed, professional, know about hedge funds and venture capitalism and talking that talk, my brother, you daggone right. You better stay with her. Do you understand me? And I say that to all the rest of these folks. Stay with your people. Stop worrying about what other people, what they like and what they don't like. I'm not here for everybody to like me. I'm here to be right, not liked.
I'm
and,
gonna.
and,
Wait.
and
Oh,
that's
go
why
ahead.
dudes need to stray away from dating. That's why we need to stray away from dating at least a good month. I think the whole space, something different. Because I don't know, man, when you so focused on women that is not in your vicinity, I don't get it.
You guys,
Swear to
I agree
God.
with y'all. I think we talk way too much about dating. I mean, it's weird. I kind of wanted this space to do a dating show. Somebody did it, but it's like there's a time and a place. Like everything can't be about our personal, like, you know what I mean? If you're available, fine. But everybody's not trying to get into that. But
No. Mhm.
I'm gonna, you guys, I'm gonna do my closing statements. But I do
Okay.
appreciate both of you. TC, you know I love you, and Real
Love
Deal,
you.
I will definitely get to know you. I'm not able because I don't have my freaking phone, y'all. I talk about calling and freaking don't feel like going to look for the phone. I'm horrible, but but I am glad. I'm grateful you guys came in. I want to talk about something that happened before I went live, and then I'm gonna close this out. So I'm gonna drop you guys down.
All right. Take
All
care.
right.
Talk to
You,
Peace.
thank you guys.
hello. Good night to the chat.
Peace, peace, peace. All right, you guys. Thank all y'all for coming through. And I want to thank my special guest, Real Deal and TCB, honey. I love that. I love her. And Amy, Angel's Army. Thank you to Little Brother for coming through. So I'm not gonna be too long-winded. I'm gonna end this. You trolls. Oh God, y'all gonna find out, honey. Y'all gonna find out. That was my fault though. I was slipping. Like I said, there is a guy, believe it or not, that's running around with a racist ass avatar. So I wasn't sure who that was. But don't y'all ever try that shit again. And then he had the nerve to come back up here, y'all. He had the nerve to come back up here with two motherfucking with two different accounts. He's lucky TCB was up here. I would have showed my natural black ass. Mel, I'm gonna get to you. Let me let you up real quick, sweetie.
Okay,
Hey,
thanks. Hey,
hey.
I'll hold on.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna remove you. I'm just giving my closing statements, but then I'm gonna bring you back up at the end. We'll close it out officially. So let me tell y'all, verbal came through, so I had to talk. Like I said, I was on this content creator. I've watched a few. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say I've watched every show. I've watched a few of his shows, at least 3. His name is Themis and Thoth. I like him. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Y'all stop being judgmental, some of y'all, and go check the brother out. He's very calm. He's very cool. He's very patient. I kept on getting timed out, I think. I don't know what the hell was going on with his chat. It was definitely popping over there. And y'all know, once you get a reputation over here for being on the, and that's the thing, I don't know how I got that reputation, but I just kept on getting timed out and I wasn't even doing anything wrong. But it wasn't him, it was his people, but it was, if y'all get time, go check that show out and y'all will see. This is the thing, y'all. There's nothing wrong with talking points and feeling how you feel, but you got to be able to back it up. You got to be able to to make sense. And just stating that you got a problem with women with an education doesn't really make any sense, because there's nothing, and then you get up there and say you got statistics to prove that it's a problem, or that it's, you don't, you're just talking. You look crazy. But yeah, so let my sister Mela up here. Hey Mela, go ahead and talk to me. We can close it out together.
No, I was happy to hear that you found something out about TD Jakes, and
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be checking out their whole. I came in late, so I'm gonna have to just check your live stream. I didn't realize he was saying that crazy stuff.
Well, I saw, so you got to look, a lot of people, okay, I'll just tell y'all who to check out. I watch a lot of celebrity news because I kind of dip and dab in celebrity news. But there's a content creator called Gossip Girl. She did a live stream about
I'll take
it.
a menu, okay? Thank you so much.
Around girl.
Oh,
And
no,
then,
I'm sorry. Okay.
okay. And then there was another, I can't remember the second content creator, but basically, a dude. It's a guy. He's, oh God, what's that dude's name? It's a vlogger, a dude vlogger. Damn, as soon as you get off, I'm gonna remember it. But he actually he explained the clip, because they really clipped him. But when you look at the whole statement that he said, it was clipped. So that's why, because at first I saw it, I wanted to jump all over his ass, because most of his supporters are Black women. But once they put it in context, and y'all know that's what these people do. A lot of times they'll clip something and they won't play the whole thing. I'm not saying that I agree with it, because he has been known to say some stuff, that I disagree with. But I am going to definitely listen to the other part. But basically what he said was, Mello, was that we make good workers or whatever in the workforce, but we're, at home, we're angry, we're aggressive, and all this stuff nasty, he said. And, at home, we don't make good partners. And sound like yeah. But then what I heard from my understanding, the part that was clipped was, and he was saying that he could understand why, because of the position we were put in as oftentimes head of household and all this and that. So I'm gonna try and find it, and I'm gonna try and do a little clip on it. But it's out there, Mela. It's out there.
Okay, I'll look for it. I'll be sure to check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think I heard you mention that Black women are to blame for every freaking thing.
Oh, that they're saying that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everything,
Yeah,
and it's becoming an acceptable habit for people to have the gall to say that, and it's getting to the point where women might be saying this themselves. I know a young lady whose mother committed suicide because her father was just, basically, I won't say there was domestic violence, but apparently they were accusing each other of cheating around. And the mother, she shot herself in the head, And so instead of the father raising his girls, which is a woman that she was a co-worker of mine for the state of Illinois, who married a police officer. As adults, we got to be friends, and we would have
Mela.
together. Mela. And for whatever reason, after so many years, you start telling people personal things. She shared that with me. In addition to that, how she responded about her mother's death. Because I asked her, of course, after the shock of it all, and apologizing that exists in her life. And I said, if she was here right now, what would you tell her? And she said, how dare, she got angry. Mahogany, she got angry. Like, not just no regular kind of angry. She made it seem like her mother was sitting right in front of her at that table. So she had been harboring that, and I couldn't really understand, and I wasn't going to try to ask why she felt that way about it. What I do know is that her father, instead of raising them, she went to foster care after that. Her father didn't raise them. He sent her to foster care. So instead of her And I've asked her, I was like, I don't know what it's like to be a foster child. She was like, girl, I ran away all the time. I ran away all the time. And I was like, well, how'd you get there? It's like, well, my mother died, my father, but she, my father just didn't want to deal with it. And so we wound up in foster care. The thing went on, that's when she told me about her mother killing herself. So here she is. God bless her. I'm just using it as an example as to how it's starting to become habitual to blame the woman. Like,
It's easy.
she doesn't blame her father for putting them in foster care to fend for themselves. No, she blames that her mother killed herself. Okay?
Right.
And that's how deep this goes. That's how deep this goes. So when people are telling you that your mother was supposed to do this and your mother was supposed to have a case of supposed to, did you supposed to know that? They're just issuing these cases of supposed tos about Black women. And
Right.
it makes us seem as if we're something other than human. It's
To me,
kind of scary.
it's very scary. And the temperature, you've been around a while, just a lot, just like me. And I thought that the temperature would eventually change or shift, and it's not. It's getting worse and worse, and it's scary because the women are joining in, and I don't think they really fully understand the inflammation. Like, what this thing is, it's getting dangerous. It's getting to the point where, well, it's already gotten to that point where you have people that they have so much hatred in their heart, really, and it's crossed off. And I just saw another video. Y'all know I'd be all over YouTube. There's somebody posted a video about a man that killed his girlfriend on Facebook, or he beat her up on Facebook. I just saw that tonight. Child, on Facebook Live. Mela, I'm gonna. Well, did you have anything else to say, Boo? Because as you guys talk, I come up with more stuff that I want to say at the end. So I actually, as you talked, I thought of a couple more things I want to say at my extra.
No, everything is copacetic. I just appreciate spending a little time with you, and I hope that story that you mentioned about the man criticizing Black women yet again is not to be allowed as an excuse to absolve our humanity. We're human beings, for God's sakes. What the hell you think we're supposed to do? We are
Mela,
human beings.
Hold it
I gotta
down.
go.
Oh.
I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye.
You too. Bye. Take care. Y'all, hold on. I actually got to go get my freaking order from upstairs. Just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes is all I need, and then we're going to be out of here, okay? I'm back. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for your patience. Mela brought up some points. TC brought up some points. This is what I always like to do, like a intro and an extra. So this is the extra, y'all. I'll be over there talking about my dishes, honey. This is it. I want to see some work, pretty much. I want to see some work being put in. I can't stop people from talking, but just understand after a while, it just falls on deaf ears. If you got questions for women, ask women and actually listen to them. Respect them enough to listen to them. It's a lot of chauvinistic men around here. They just want a woman to shut up and be quiet. That's pretty much it. Open up when you're on your back. And I hate to say it like that, but that's what it seems from what I hear. That's what it seems that they want. They don't want you to have a brain. What do you need that for? Hence the no education. What do you need that for? Well, you needed to rear some pretty smart kids. You needed to understand a lot of things, because how many people know that it takes a lot of work to run a household? It's not just pay the bills and that's it. It's a lot of work, from insurance to, it goes on and on and on and on. And if you have somebody that just has no common sense and can't handle simple stuff, that's going to make your life harder. So it seems to me like you would want your woman to be educated. Angel, I just appreciated him coming up here so much. In DC, we all have that in common, the whole autistic family member, and I'm just proud of him because he came up here and said his piece, honey. He said, you think you know me, but you don't know my struggles, honey. And I thought that was I thought that was well put, because I feel like that's how Black women feel. That's how I feel sometimes. Like, you guys are telling us how we feel. You don't know how we feel. Listen to us, and then maybe you'll understand. Like, when I listen to y'all, I don't think I know how you guys feel as Black men. I'm not a man. Okay, so what else did we talk about? I kind of talked about the division. A lot of us have, religion and who gives a crap, y'all? We have common analogies, right? Things that we should be working on and working together with. We need to leave the personal stuff out of it. And then we talked about TD Jakes, honey, and his comments about Black women not really doing their job at home. Okay. I'm going to look into that, y'all. I'm going to do a little bit further digging into that situation. And then Mela just brought up a good point about dehumanizing us. I've been saying that for a while. I do feel like there is, that's what racists do. You know that? That's what they do. They call you names, right? That's the first part. That's step one, is to call you names and get people to see you as something less than human. And then they say all these false claims about why you're less than human. Oh, your intelligence, you're not scoring high enough, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And basically the same racist tactics are being applied to Black people from Black people. I don't know where we're going to be if we continue this. I'm not sure. I know I'm not going to participate in it much longer. Sometimes the conversation, it seems, kind of funny. We laugh and kiki, but after a while, it's like, nah, man, this ain't what it is. People are watching. You see that fool hopped up here? He thought he could play. They're watching, they're listening, they're mocking us, y'all. I want to see us do better. Oh, chaos. Y'all keep on when I'm trying to end it. Oh, yeah. Hey, chaos.
You're not ending the stream, man. Stop it.
Well,
You would say the show's end now. See you later and press the end button. You're still talking. You hope people come up here and vent. You're venting right now, Mahogany. Stop lying to yourself.
A little, but I am actually. Well, anyway, I'm curious to what you have to say. Go ahead and talk. You guys.
Well, you have racist white people, white males up here now, trying to come and infect the space already as is.
I had one a couple weeks ago when I should have known, child. He started talking about Hebrew Israelites, honey, and I should have known. But they've been coming over here more.
A white man is talking about Hebrew Islam? Really?
Well, he was saying they were still in his culture. He probably went through my videos and saw that I've done a few videos with Hebrew Israelites. I've talked about my son's father being his Hebrew Israelites, and they like to compare us with everybody else that they see on the internet, not realizing that we're all different. Just like church churches have different denominations. We're not all the same. We don't all believe alike. But they, he was up here telling me that that they're hate groups and all this and that, and it just got real ugly. It's still up on my channel, but go ahead, boo, talk.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I did I interview one of them dudes. I don't think so, man. I might have. I can't remember. It was a while back when I did
You
the
can't
blog
even
talk days. I don't remember. I ever had the conversation with them people. Them people are. We already got David Johnson in the space where we need no more of them, man. For real. He's
No,
enough.
you got to get to know people on an individual basis. I'm actually gonna bring more of my family. You gotta look through the videos, y'all. I brought friends up here before, really good people. But go ahead, talk about this. What you come to talk about?
They want submissive breadwinners. Look, my good friend Mary Brown's here. Hey, did you like the stream? Oh, he said, "Fuck out of here." That's right, man. He said, "F out of here, man," with them people, man. Real talk, man. But I hope you did like when we had Mr. Darity on the other stream, Mahogany. That you caught.
Yes. So let me just say this. I'm glad you're up here, Chaos, y'all. And Mace Taggart. Although everybody knows Mace. Mace is like a movie star around here. But y'all, I do not mind. I don't have a large channel, but y'all can feel free. If you don't know somebody, snatch them up. Everybody in here is a content creator, and they're all amazing. Chaos and Mary did a show today with Doctor Who.
Dr. Sandy Darity.
And it was amazing. I'll let him tell you what it was about, but it was amazing. If y'all are subscribed to Mary, go in and subscribe to Chaos also. They're giving very similar content. They do the show together. If you only subscribe to one, you need to go ahead and subscribe to the other. Okay? But go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah, man. He went in and we asked the crucial questions of where we as people in regards to reparations talk. And mind you, we had some males that did not like the talk about reparations. They feel, black people should not be getting nothing at all. Even going as far as that if black people get something, I mean this black woman, or they want to call the black bitch, get something loosely. And I mean loosely, personally. Because they feel if you get something, you don't need no man. You already hear most ladies say, I don't want a man, I don't need a man. So they feel if black people get reparations, that puts women to get something as well, as much as the men. And that's not gonna go fly well for a lot of men, personally. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why. I want to say something, Chaos, because you brought up, you guys got my head spinning tonight.
Yes, I know.
I think people need to realize because my mom's generation, I heard older women saying, I don't need a man. I can do bad all by myself. That was the original saying, I can do bad all by myself. People want to talk about that saying, right? And it led into the independent woman, right? In the songs. But they don't talk about why women were saying that in the first place. There were a lot of women that were and God, I'm always getting myself in trouble. But the women were saying that for a reason, because maybe they weren't being treated well. Maybe they were carrying the load themselves anyway. So it was their way of saying, hey, I need help. If you're not going to give me help, well, I can do bad all by myself. It's like we don't hear the whole thing. I'm talking about as a people. So, and as far as the reparations, I don't understand why black folks won't accept that. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Every other race, every other people that's been done wrong has gotten some reparations except us. I don't understand why we would deny that. It doesn't make sense.
Thank you for telling me. Because in our mind, personally, Mahogany, black people are old and should not ask or don't deserve nothing at all. The only thing they deserve is what they can get on their foots if they wear any shoes or boots. What do you call it? Put some bootstraps. And if they're not doing that, then you're not entitled to nothing. This government shouldn't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You better work until you die. Work until your bones start crippling, until you feel the limbs ripping off, And I'll say this personally. I know most dudes in certain part of space say that men should work like 60 more hours a week. And I'm looking and I'm big say, oh, you could do that. But you're going to see the end result of that because you think like a slave. Other groups don't work hard as black people. We work ourselves to death. And it's going to come to a point with every generation, they're going to do something different to not even put themselves in that position to be working themselves completely to death.
I want to say this, and I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. But make sure you drop your Mary's, but yours too. I want you to, because both of y'all are doing similar content. Might as well subscribe to you both. I like you both. But anyway, I think personally that Black folks have just first of all, there's several things going on. Like you said, that old theory, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. But the same people that are saying pull yourself up by the bootstraps, they didn't pull themselves up by the bootstraps. They're living off of their grandfather and their grandfather's wealth that they got off of slaves, and they got off of other people of color. So they didn't pull themselves up by the bootstraps. That's number one. Number two is that I think Black folks just are so used to not getting justice. It's like they're just used to not getting justice. So it's like, who cares? But in the meantime, like we were talking about over there, Asians, Native Americans, other people, the Jewish people. There have been lots of other people that have got reparations, and they're not apologetic for it. We don't expect them to be apologetic for it. We agree with it. But for some reason, when some of us, I feel like some of us really, we took a dose of the coon pill, and we really need to check our heads. Because I cannot understand for the life of me why you would not want that. And like I said, it's not just about you. It's about the potential of what you could do with it. And there's all types of forms of reparations. But go ahead, Chaos, and then I'm going to shut it down.
Let me think. I think that's it. I had nothing else on my mind. Personally.
Thank you for coming up. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh, I wanted to say that she's probably not here anymore. The young lady, Celine. Celine, you are not a 7, girl. Don't you ever call yourself a 7. And all you men referring to women in the numbers, to each his own. One person's 7 is another person's 10, okay? And nobody's perfect. I get so sick of hearing all this craziness. Oh, she's a 2, she's a 4, she's a this and that. Well, what are you? So Celine, you are not a 7, sweetheart. You are a 10 in my book. That is all I got. Chaos, I'm about to end it, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you guys for coming.